Right, I'm going to try and stay in exactly the same spot. My elevation right now, let's just get this correct. So 33 inches on the height to the centre of the camera and no more than 6 inches above the actual water as it's lapping up about 7 or 8 feet away. So I'll try and keep to those parameters. It's just that I am going to have to move. So what I'll do is I'll refocus on this boat again, probably in around about 10 or 12 minutes time. And we can see what changes has happened to the boat. Let's see what we can see. Can you guys see that? Doesn't look like it's going over the curve to me. In actual fact, it looks like it's got a massive inferior mirage both at the front and the back. You can see the inferior mirage. See at the back there, you see that white bar? And the mirror underneath it? And what's going to happen now is that boat is going to go further and further and further away. That inferior mirage is going to stay at the same angle, but because the boat gets smaller, it's going to end up further and further into that inferior mirage, and that's what's going to block out the boat eventually. I've tried to flip it to landscape. Here we go. Guys, tell me, can you see landscape right now? Because it's telling me to flip it back. Guys, can you see this in landscape? Somebody, can you see my camera in landscape right now? You can't? Right, shit. Right, oh well, I'm going to have to film it like this for the time being because it won't allow me to. Cheeky bugger, sleeping warrior. It's not my first venture out with a tripod, you cheeky bugger. But hopefully we're going to see a boat go over the curve, guys. Orientation lock. How do I sort that out then? Right, okay. Who else have we got in? Chucky, nice to see you in. Odds and Sods. Yeah, Ron Hagberg, nice to see you in, mate. iPhone swipe up. It's not an iPhone. I see inferior mirages. That's all I see. Inferior mirages. Can you see how the word, the C on the truck is being stretched down as well? That's very interesting. True, no one's ever seen a boat go over the curve. Absolutely correct. No, the problem is, Ron, the problem is that for whatever reason I don't seem to have all the settings on this, on the P1000, so it doesn't give me the option to do that. It doesn't give me the option to connect it to an iPhone or anything, or any kind of other device. It's really frustrating, actually. Oh guys, listen, I have got some fantastic stuff to show you later on Nathan's. I actually brought it to his attention before. It was something I was working on. I was looking at boats going over the curve apparently, and Red's Rhetoric apparently has one. He apparently has one going over the curve, and when I looked into it, no such thing. It's interesting now that the wording is almost blended into nothing. The tide's coming in. It's at the time that it's the most powerful, unfortunately, but that's the time that the boats have to leave. So we've got quite a push of an incoming tide right now. Usually about an hour and a half to 2 hours before high tide is when you get the surge that goes up this channel up here. So in this direction we get the tidal bore that rushes up, and that's usually an hour and a half to 2 hours before high tide. So high tide right now is supposed to be, I think, 1:30. So at 1:30 we got this high tide coming in. Tide's really pushing in right now. Oh, look at the inferior mirage, guys. Look at that white being reflected underneath the blue. You can still make out the words roughly, but look at it turning into an inferior mirage, guys. Oh, look at that. Did the boat have a mouth before? Did the boat have a mouth at the front before? Look at the stretching going on that, guys. Does this, right, you know when you've seen this image, this presentation of them showing you a boat go over the curve, they literally have a little model of it. Do you know the one I'm talking about, where they flick the boat and the boat goes behind some you know, obstruction, and it's supposed to be representative of this is what it looks like when a boat goes over the curvature of the earth. Well, does that look like anything like the boat that you just saw, we just followed? I mean, it doesn't even look like a boat anymore. I wish I could get a good shot of this. Just bear with me, guys. Doesn't even look like a boat anymore. And they'll have you believe this is going over the curvature of the earth. Well, if that's the case, then why does it end up all distorted? Why does it all end up blending into something completely different? You know, how does it how does it end up starting off looking like a boat and end up looking like a smudge? You know, I'm filming this in 4K, guys, so I will release this video later, so you guys can watch it for yourself. I'm filming it live through the viewfinder so that you guys can get a glimpse of what's going on, but you'll see it better in the 4K video that I'll put out later. So I'm still not seeing any boat go over the curve though, let's put it that way. All I'm seeing is things stretching, warping, and going behind that inferior mirage. Right, who else have we got in? Let's say a few hellos. Zach, nice to see you in. Cleary, nice to see you in. Dabbing Good. Thanks Dabbing Good for the donation towards the drone campaign that I've set up. I really do appreciate that. Ron Hagberg, nice to see you in. Hang on, let's go back to this boat. Nearly lost track of where it had gone then. Where's it gone to? Oh, there we go. It's just a smudge now, guys. Now my elevation, the camera is set to 33 inches, and the water level right now next to the water's edge is around about 6 feet beneath the tripod. Try and show you that. So the tripod's set to 33 inches, so I'm around about 3 feet above actual sea level now. So we should be able to track this boat, which is another thing. So we'll be able to track this boat, because if you guys can write the time now, so that everybody knows the time in the chat, and it's also recorded on my camera. We can have a distance to the object, because we'll be able to track this boat. Okay, so it's 12:17, guys. That's 12:17 p.m. and hopefully we should be able to find this boat. Check its GPS right now, actually. Get a distance to it. Still not seeing it going over any curvature though, guys. I'm seeing it turn into an inferior mirage. Yeah, wait, I'm going to do a presentation on Nathan soon as well when I get back. I found something out that was hidden deep in Red Rhetoric's video about the apparent curvature of the Earth, the boat going over the curve apparently. Well, we're going to debunk that. Oh, and one other thing. He inadvertently proves that the inferior mirage does hide compression, which is fantastic. I mean, I've been looking for that myself, but to find it on Red's Rhetoric's video with him saying it's proof of a boat going over the curve was just brilliant. You know, imagine looking into this guy's work and seeing something that's so special to flat earthers. It's like you now know when you look at the inferior mirage you're going to be seeing compression behind the inferior mirage, and I can prove that. I can prove it. Who else do it? Oh, thank you very much Joker for the super chat. Yeah, I'm still waiting to see a boat go over the curve, guys. It's quite faded, so I'm just going to tilt the camera down ever so slightly. Just bear with me. There we go. Well, we got 30 watching. Oh, Trish, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you, I do appreciate it. You know, I try to be as thorough as I can. You know, I don't ever try hiding the truth. I face the truth as we see it, and we just try to understand it, and essentially that's what science is all about, isn't it? Let's be honest. Still not seeing it go over the curve, guys, but I'm seeing it go further and further away, and I'm seeing it end up getting itself inferior miraged into what looks like some kind of shark or something now. As you know, I quite like names of different sharks, shark boat, all that kind of stuff. And right now it looks like it's got a big fat mouth at the front. It didn't look like that when it set off though, did it? Let's just turn it a tad again. Keep on recording it in 4K. So this is really interesting stuff. I mean, this boat now must be perhaps 10 miles away right now. Have we got a time right now, please? Oh, 12:21. So it's 12:21. So we can track this boat, and it must be about 10 miles away at least now. Elevation above sea level 3 feet. Well, sea level, I say sea level, see where the water's actually lapping up there. Yo! Do you know what's going to happen, guys? This is going to frustrate me. If I end up having to move my camera before this boat completely vanishes. Wow, you can actually see the swell here, guys. I want you to look at this. Look out. See them last in rows, and they're around about 25 seconds apart. Nice to see you in. Hey, it's getting close to the camera. Yeah. Still not seeing it go over the curve though. Still not seeing it go over the curve. Yes, there is. The wind is blowing from behind me actually. Normally it's from the front, so it's quite different today actually, that we've got it from behind. Yeah, so, where am I? Right ahead now, this is Ankersholm right here. Ankersholm slipway is, I would say about there, Ankersholm slipway. The Ankersholm slipway is there. This is Ankersholm. If you go along the promenade, you've got the Ankersholm slipway. Where that white bar is right there. Just turn off and you've got some traffic right there. That's where I am. I'll put the GPS stuff in the description though, don't you worry. See that I'm actually going to end up having to move at some point because right here we've got the water coming in behind me. So I'm on a little sandbank here. So that water's pushing in there and it's starting to come around and trap me. Still not seeing it go over the curve. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's just outside of Blackpool, mate. It's not the right season for curvature. No, it sure isn't. Still watching it fold into nothing. Everything's being miraged down on itself. Exactly as predicted. Indeed, Trish. Indeed. And all we're seeing in this is the boat going further away and ending up in that because it gets smaller with distance, it's going further and further away, and it's by virtue of that it's getting closer to that inferior mirage band. I mean, it's almost disappeared right now. The inferior mirage is almost complete. You can see where it's joining up. Do you know what's really going to be so frustrating right now? Is that we have a massive buoy right in front of it as it's just about to disappear. Ah! Oh shit! Oh no, it's gone! Bloody hell. And the reason it went is because... Oh no, it's still there. Just... Right, I think it's time to move, guys. Yeah, time to go, guys.